And now, coming to you from the classiest radio station on the air, this is...
Drinking Bleach. Hi, yeah, the story today I'm going to read for you here is an interview with Shigeru Miyamoto about how he watched his father got beat to death by a giant ape. And that actually inspired him. It's kind of sad, but it actually inspired him. But I'm going to try to read this interview for you and make sure I'm culturally sensitive and not, try to step on any toes or anything. So the questioner says, your first major title, Donkey Kong, catapulted you to fame in the early 80s and kicked off what would become one of the most storied careers of all time in entertainment. How did you come up with the concept? And Miyamoto says, there's actually an interesting bit of trivia here. The truth is that it was based on my father, a plumber who worked in the Kyoto area. Ah, interesting, says the interviewer. What exactly happened, if you don't mind me asking? Well, one day, he was climbing up onto some scaffolding on a routine job. I tagged along to help him out. That's when I spotted this massive ape, which bounded through the door and just started wailing on my father with a barrel. He kept smashing the barrel down on my father's head. Again and again, with a crazed look in his eyes. My father was screaming for help the whole time. But I didn't know what to do. I had no idea where this ape came from or how he got to the barrel. But I immediately struck me with a narrative possibility. And then the interviewer asks, when did you decide to develop this experience into a game? Right away. Really, as soon as I saw this enormous ape dragging my father badly beaten corpse up a ladder, I could already see Donkey Kong's level design taking a shape. Of course, it took years to finally put all the pieces together. But once I did, I realized it was something very satisfying about watching a pixelated version of your father's corpse trying to fight back against a relentless ape. I wanted to share that feeling with gamers across the world. The interviewer then asks, are there any details you wish you could have made into the final game or could have made? And Miyamoto, well, you could add some touches to make the game more fair for players. Like the ability to dodge barrels or fight back with a hammer. In reality, my father didn't dodge a single blow from a barrel, and of course, in the old arcade cabinet, we didn't have audio technology to capture his dying screams. Still, I think we managed to capture the essence. Then the interviewer asks, it's incredible that you were able to turn such a personal experience into art. Does some part of you feel that you may owe your success to that gorilla? In a way, yes. That incident is the core reason I became a game maker. In fact, there's part of me that likes to think that the spirit of my father lives on in Mario. Every time Mario dies in Donkey Kong. Has the event impacted any of your other work? Oh, you probably already guessed. My father attempted to empathize with the ape, to get in his mind, acknowledge that he too has family that he needs to protect. But this is also a lingering frustration towards a gorilla that always remains. That's why I made sure it was possible to beat the ever-loving shit out of Donkey Kong in Super Smash Brothers. And then the interviewer asks, any last tips for aspiring game developers? I would urge you to look for inspiration anywhere you can find it in your life. It could be an ape smashing a parent's skull with a barrel, or you killing a giant tree in the woods. Whatever it is, just to make sure you follow your vision. And then the interviewer says, Mr. Miyamoto, thank you for your time. And Mr. Miyamoto responds, So I think it's just amazing that this guy, his father was beat to death by a giant crazy ape, and he managed to turn that into a positive. Where some people might see their father beat to death with a barrel, but man, this is like really messing with my head. This guy turns it right around, and he says, you know what? Fuck that monkey, fuck that barrel, and I'm gonna make money on my father dying. So that's kind of where Miyamoto is coming from on that. That's the way I feel it. I'm sorry if I was just trying to do the culture of Japan justice by imitating the canter of a Japanese person speaking in English. It was not meant to be offensive. Pretty proud of my accent, or well, I like to call them Orientals. They're definitely an amazing species. So if you like this, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the little bell, hit your wife. I don't care what you do, really. Just subscribe. And this has been Drinking Bleach. Goodbye.